Nalini, in fact, the Solicitor General here has said, please consider the fallout of this courts. The appeal is the same, that do not, in fact, stay the law, at least for the time being, more time being sought by the government here. Nalini.
Yes, Neha, it looks like it might be coming as a small relief to the petitioners in the case, because the Solicitor General has urged the Supreme Court time and again to give them some time to argue on the interim aspect before the court to place their detailed arguments. But the court has said that the order will be dictated, and they are in the process of dictating the order now. It's a fairly short hearing, just 15 minutes hearing that we've seen happen before the Supreme Court, where not a lot has been said, but in very few words the court has said that they want status quo to be maintained, at least to the extent that they don't want any drastic changes. Some of the changes can be implemented, of course, but there were some concerns that were raised by the Supreme Court even during the hearing yesterday, and they pointed out that on those aspects it might be an issue if it's implemented. In fact, getting you the latest right now, Sneha, the Supreme Court dictating the order, and the Supreme Court has said that the Solicitor General has assured the court, which means that the central government has assured the court that till the next date of hearing, no appointment will be made to the Council of Boards under sections 9 and 14 of the Act. That's a big statement that the government has made before the Supreme Court. What this essentially means is that the government has assured the Supreme Court on record that no non-Muslims will be included into the Waqf boards or the Waqf councils, at least till the next date of hearing. That's a big relief coming in for the petitioners in the case, because this was one of the major points of contention, because they said that when it comes to Hindu religious endowments, Sikh religious endowments, you don't see any non-Hindus or non-Sikhs part of their administrative bodies. But this kind of discrimination is only being done against the Muslim community by including non-Muslims into the Waqf boards and the Waqf council. And to that, the Solicitor General, on behalf of the government, after taking instructions from the government, has come and informed the court that there will be no non-Muslims included into the Waqf boards or the Waqf councils, at least till the next hearing in this entire matter. They've also gone ahead and said that there are 7 days that have been granted to the centre to place their reply, which means that official notice has been issued to the central government to reply to these petitions, to file their affidavit on these regards. In fact, the Supreme Court also noted in this order that the Solicitor General also states that the Waqf, including Waqf by user, declared by notification, will not be denotified, or their character will not be changed. That's a big breaking news coming in, Sneha, from the Supreme Court, where the Solicitor General has given his assurance to the Supreme Court that any properties that do not have the proper documents, that do not have the proper registration till the next date of hearing, will not be denotified in accordance with this Act, which means that they can continue to function as Waqf properties till the time the Supreme Court doesn't take up the matter for the hearing on the next day. So two big major pieces of breaking news that have come in from the Supreme Court so far. One, there will be no inclusion of any non-Muslim members into the Waqf board or the Waqf council till the next date of hearing. The properties will not be denotified. The Waqf by user properties, which was a major point of contention for the petitioners, the Solicitor General has assured the Supreme Court that they will not be denotified. Important to point out over here, Sneha, that all these orders are being issued after the assurance has been given by the centre. So it's not, to a certain extent, it is a setback to the centre, but the centre has agreed, after the insistence of the Supreme Court, that they will not bring all of these changes into effect to ensure that the Supreme Court has a chance to objectively look at the law and to consider the pros and cons of the constitutionality of this law. So two big breaking news coming in. 7 days time has been given to the centre to file its reply. Only 5 writ petitioners to remain in court. It's impossible to read 110 or 120 files, is what the CJI has said, which means that it will not be all of the petitions that have been filed before the Supreme Court that will effectively be taken up for hearing. It's going to be only a few petitions. The CJI has suggested that 5 main writ petitions will be taken up for hearing, because the arguments of all the lawyers in all the writ petitions are more or less going to be similar, because they are all arguing on constitutional grounds, on the grounds of freedom of religion, on the grounds of discrimination, on the grounds of the rights of the Muslims being violated. So the arguments are going to be similar, which is why the Supreme Court is going to consider 5 main petitions. These updates are coming in from Shrishti Oja, who's inside the court right now. And the Supreme Court has officially taken the Solicitor General's statement on record. And the Solicitor General's statement says that Waqf, including Waqf by user, already registered or declared by notification, not to be denotified. Its character will not be changed. The Solicitor General has assured the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court also said that only 5 writ petitioners will argue before the court in this aspect. What those 5 writ petitions will be it be the first 5 writ petitions, or will it be the 5 writ petitions of the parties that are most affected by this order, is something that we have to watch out for. Because remember, Solicitor General had also raised before the Supreme Court today that a lot of petitions were filed even before the act was officially notified or granted the assent of the President. So keeping that in mind, whether those petitions will be considered or not, because they were filed slightly prematurely, is something that we have to watch out for. There is no official stay on the Waqf Act, as Anisha Mathur is bringing us, but the Supreme Court has noted in its order several assurances given by the central government on the aspect of Waqf by user. It's a relief coming in that the centre has agreed to the fact that the properties will not be denotified. On the aspect of inclusion of non-Muslim members, again, it's a big relief for the petitioners who insisted time and again during the hearing yesterday that non-Muslims should not be forming part of the boards or the councils regarding the Waqf properties. On that also, the centre has agreed that there will be no appointments that will be made in this regard, and the petitioners agree that they will identify 5 petitions by themselves, which will be the lead petitions. So it'll be the petitioners' lawyers together who will decide what will be the 5 petitions that will be the lead petitions. It's possibly going to be those 5 petitions that are the most exhaustive, which includes all the grounds that have been included in the other petitions as well, to ensure that the concerns of all the parties are taken into account. So it remains to be seen who these 5 lead petitions are going to consist of. All of the 110 or 120 petitions that have been filed before the Supreme Court will not be taken up by the Supreme Court. They will only hear 5 petitions, and a big statement coming in from the Solicitor General, where the government has assured the court that several aspects that the petitioners had problems with will not be implemented, at least as of now, till the next date of hearing.
Okay, be with us, Nalini.